Welcome to this session where we'll be talking about cloudifying of telco data centers. Modern apps run the world. 98% of organizations report that applications are essential or critical to their business. By 2023, there is an expectation of 3.7 billion applications which are going to consume the infrastructure across distributed ecosystems. That is an uptick of 1.68 billion of applications that were consuming the infrastructure in 2021, which is almost 55% of expected growth. What is the customer challenge? The customer challenge in using the traditional data center is complex resource sizing due to siloed applications running in distributed environments, overlarge in size with time and becomes difficult to manage, single-tiered apps limiting the scale, lack of distributed data center fabric, lack of automation, and inconsistent deliver model creating inefficiencies, lack of security opens the door for attacks. Where do we go from here? Telco customer needs modern IT infrastructure, from monolithic system to microservices architecture, where applications can consume infrastructure at a much more optimized and resilient fashion. The benefits of moving from monolithic to microservices architecture include reduced cost with predicted resource utilization, self-serve automated model deployment for DevOps, reduced total cost of ownership, and security being not an afterthought but built into the infrastructure that applications can consume. Custom needs cloud native architecture to address the demand of modern applications. Traditional data center deployments to modern multi-cloud deployments. The benefits of FI distributed cloud provides a cohesive and a consistent workflow to provide networking and security across the different distributed environments for application deployment and consuming the networking and services in a much more efficient and elegant way. One such deployment is physical Kubernetes cluster. Physical Kubernetes cluster runs Kubernetes and provides networking and security as a site deployment, which can be deployed in edge or cloud or on-prem, fully managed by FI distributed cloud. Let's look at the demo. I have a Kubernetes cluster, which is a physical Kubernetes site, which is already deployed. It is a Kubernetes cluster by itself where applications can be deployed. Microservices applications are going to be deployed, and it provides consistent networking and security. Since it is already provisioned, a user has the ability to download the kubeconfig for this particular site, which I've already downloaded. And let's just look at the namespace. I've created a namespace called Manage Kubernetes KTS demo for deploying the applications. I've already deployed an application. So let's look at what is deployed in that Manage KTS. There's an application called Buy Time. And the way that we can expose that application is by going to the load balancer. And within the load balancer, there's a configuration that we have for origin pools. So this load balancer references the origin pool, and the origin pool is referencing the application which is deployed in the Manage KTS demo namespace, which is Buy Time. So all I have to do is, since the load balancer exposes the domain, I have to go and enter, and here I go. The application is actually is ready for consumption by the users, and there is rich observability built into the platform. For example, if I actually look at the request logs, I can actually see all the request logs that are being sent, and at the same time I also can look at the site dashboard and get more details about the particular site, whether it is site status, application metrics, the uptime, application metrics, site status, nodes, interfaces, alerts, and requests, top talkers, flow table for the application and all. So there you go. It's a much simpler and better way to consume applications across the different environments that is provided by one such site called as physical Kubernetes site. And the benefits include managed platform, reduced OpEx, faster time to market, multi-tenancy support, full control of app ecosystem, and most essential is the day-to operations with simplified observability and application insights. Thanks for watching.